Hello everyone, my name is Amy and I enjoy gaming, and this is background gaming. Long format videos with minimal dialogue. Perfect for having on in the background. I was forgetting my own intro there for a moment. I have a kitten that's curled up on me and so, you know, a bit of a distraction. But we're continuing Blorbo's adventures today. Going to get some work done for the guilds. So let's begin with the Fighters Guild. Oh, kitten's going for the keyboard. There. Alright, kitten has been deposited.
Good to see you again, comrade. You recall our encounter with Dosha, yes? When we found her encoded journal? Yes, we called in several favors to do it, but we've cracked her code. In service to her Dark Master, Dosha was after something hidden in a dwarven ruin, a place known as Mizenelt. We're not sure, but it seems to have something to do with that Mortum Vivicus her notes mentioned. Mizenelt is far from here, but I've prepared a portal that will carry us across Tamriel. What do you say, comrade? Venture with me into the unknown? I will open the portal. Takes just a moment. Here we go! Dosha was no scholar. She did nothing idly. The river has brought us here for a reason. A treasure of some kind. A potent weapon or an epic spell. Dosha respected only one thing. Power. Whatever it is, we must get it away from here. The last days of the Dwemer were endless war. Their mages raced to perfect ever more esoteric spells. Ever more powerful weapons. Perhaps the origins of the Vivicus stem from that long-gone era. Dosha knew of this place, and so others do as well. If we don't retrieve whatever it is, others will come. And it must have something to do with that Mortum Vivicus. If Molag Bal plans to unleash that weapon again, we must stop it. A holdfast of the Dwemer, the dwarves. We're somewhere in Hammerfell, I think, near the South Dragontail Mountains. Or so Dosha's notes say. If I did, I'd be the wisest woman in Tamriel, comrade. No, no one knows what made the dwarves disappear. Or at least, no one is saying. Why does the river take us anywhere? The Dwemer built complexes all throughout northern Tamriel. My guess is that we're at this ruin for a treasure of some kind. If just any dwarven ruin would do, there are closer places than Mizenelt. Dosha kidnapped our comrade, Merrick. She intended to harvest his soul for Molag Bal, in service to a plan involving this Mortum Vivicus. And then, of course, you came to his rescue. Slew her and stole her journal, which is what led us here. Many things. The journal spoke of this place, but it also spoke of terrible things. Things I wish I could unlearn. Prolonged contact with Molag Bal twisted her mind. What in Nern?
The undead are close behind us. We must hide the remains of the weapon. Now!
The automatons are still active. We'll die down here.
We will see this done, or Molag Bal's hunters will chew on our bones.
Kurano is right. With any luck, the constructs will hold back the dead. Let's move.
I still think this plan is madness.
Those were ancient ones. Aliens in a Dwemer ruin. What went on here? Blades ready, comrade. These constructs know no mercy.
Damn it. Kurano is dead. The weapon will be lost forever.
No, there's still hope. Osterrand will have to do it.
Oblivion, take you. I can't.
We can still succeed. But you'll have to enact the sacrifice, my friend.
Without a soul in the crystal, there will be no way to repair the weapon. It must be done, Osterrand.
A sacrifice? What did they come here to do? The skill it took to craft these constructs. Amazing. Just think what this place must have looked like in the time of the Dwemer.
We barely survived the last wave. Valasha's injured. We'll never hold against the dead and the constructs.
Osterrand is right. You need time. I'll lead the dead away, down another branch in the tunnels.
Lanath, don't. You'll never survive the swarm.
If my death buys you the time it needs. For Deladil and Meridia!
Giving yourself willingly to the river's current. Noble. More wonders. And a split in the path. Which way shall we go, comrade? Amazing these halls remain intact. A moment. This may be crucial.
My love, Osterond, if you're going to do it, you have to do it now. I'm dying.
I can't. Don't die on me, Valasha. I can't do this.
You must, my love. Or Molag Bal has won.
It's what she wants, Osterland. This is why we came here. Do it!
Goodbye, my love. My Valasha.
Valasha's journal remains. Perhaps it will shed more light on what's going on here. Another journal? Amazing it's still preserved. May I see it? The water begins to clear. 2 cities, 1 warship's Meridia. The other, Molag Bal. Abagarlis, the city of the dead, creates a relic to strike at the Meridians. Deladil, City of Light, creates their own weapon, forged around a heart of crystal. Just so. These Ancient Ones steal into the heart of the enemy with this crystal weapon. They stop the ritual, and their king ends the dark rule of Abagarlis. But they are hunted, so they try to find a haven, a place to hide the crystal. You have the right of it. They sought to hide their prize, but the priestess of Meridia first gave her life. She relit the crystal heart so that the weapon could one day be forged anew. Yes, comrade. The journals also speak of a tome, instructions for creating the weapon. The crystal heart of the weapon and the means to construct it lie here somewhere in these ruins. must find the tome and crystal. And still more active constructs.
I can't hold them. You have to go.
I'm not leaving you.
We died when we agreed to this quest. We just kept walking a while. Hide the crystal. Hide the tome. Go!
Such bravery in the face of certain death.
The dead Centurion. A fitting resting place for my Valasha. Now just have to hide the tome. What? No!
The crystal is in that steam Centurion. We must destroy it! Well done. Now, to leave this place. We've succeeded where that withered root dosha failed, comrade. Here, I will open a portal for us to return. Take the crystal and the tome. Give them to Merrick, and he can begin learning what it will take to forge the weapon. I have something I must attend to, comrade. The knowledge we have gained here has flooded my mind. I must mind the river's course. I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Wait for her to leave. I must speak with you.
I'll see you down the river, comrade.
Please, speak with me. I have only a moment to talk. You're in danger. Danger I can't fully comprehend. Not even in death. Someone close to you has plans. Plans for both of us. Plans to betray you. I am anchored. Contained. Pulled away. Beware, comrade.
Welcome back from the depths, comrade. Guildmaster Sees All Colors told me you'd have something for me. Thank you. I'll begin my research straight away. You'll be the first we contact once I know the details. In the meantime, Sees All Colors sends her regrets she couldn't stay. She said she had an urgent matter to attend to.
The guild requests your help. Comrade, I must speak with you about an urgent matter. Sees All Colors requests you make your way to her as soon as possible. She said she hopes to make use of your prize. She said you'd understand what that meant. She and Aelif await you at the hall in Stormhold. Go well on your path. Not much you don't already know. Every blade's been turned toward the Daedra. Heard a big crew took down an anchor somewhere in Cyrodiil last week. Messy business. Landed right on top of a skirmish between the Pact and the Dominion.
Did your invitation arrive? Rub it in, why don't you? If you must know, Shadowstula has rejected me. Again. This is unbearable.
Ah, there you are. Welcome, Adept. I've deciphered the spell inside the book. Are you prepared for Sheogorath's first test? Excellent. It's been fascinating to work with Shalador. Even though he can't read the book, he's been an invaluable resource. I had to decipher layers upon layers of meaning hidden within the tome. Yes, speak with the Archmage. He's meditating on the challenges ahead. I'm still somewhat drained from my effort, so he'll open the portals to the Shivering Isles for you. Auriel, watch your steps. I'm very excited about this project. Shalador's sanctuary would be a boon to every mage in Tamriel. Even Guildmaster Vanus approves of our work here. I'm so glad you asked. On the surface, it's a simple book of nursery stories from the Dunmerland of Stonefalls, but that's just on the surface. So much more. Each story has hidden meanings, clever references to arcane lore, twisting and turning into the depths of history. It was fascinating to fully unlock the secrets of the book. Sheogorath may be a madman, but he's also a genius. Not much. We tried to scry into oblivion to get a sense of the place. I couldn't see anything, but I was swept up in a strong sense of homesickness. I came of age where most high elves do, the beautiful green shores of the Somerset Isles. I often think of the pink petals and soft breezes of my homeland. I'm not sure why those memories return to me today, though. Of course, Adept. While investigating some ruins for me, you caught the notice of Archmage Shalador, ancient patron of mages everywhere. We're working with him to complete the mad god Sheogorath's trials and recover Shalador's lost sanctuary. A genuine pleasure. He has a fascinating view of history from a first-hand perspective, and his knowledge of the deeper mysteries is, well, I feel like an apprentice again. Adept, what transpires between myself and the Archmagus is between us and no one else. I don't need to answer your questions or anyone else's. I'm so glad you asked. So much. Of course, Ivea it's called. In ages past, it was an island in the Somerset Isles. Set aside for mages from across Tamriel, Shalador worked tirelessly to make it a sanctuary, and just barely escaped when Sheogorath claimed it. He still won't tell me what happened. I gather there was some kind of bargain between them and Sheogorath came out the better.
The brazier is ready. Velost prepared it precisely, according to my instructions, of course. We're having trouble opening a portal directly there, so we created this anchor to help us. Some trickery of Sheogorath's, no doubt. The next time around, I'm sure this won't be an issue.
Ah, right on time. Welcome back. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. My lord seems to derive amusement from my annoyance. You are here to retrieve a tome for that Shalador person, correct? Just a moment, mortal. Lord Sheogorath asks that you perform a task first, to prove your competence. He claims to have misplaced a pair of items you must recover. A fork and a staff. Please do try to be quick. My lord enjoys making me wait, but he's not very patient himself. I've opened a portal for your convenience. It should lead you directly to the fork. I'd say at your leisure, mortal, but I expect I have more time ahead of me than you do. My lord is certain he lost his utensil somewhere in Skyrim. It was during a visit to his friend Korthor in Vuldengrav. That was during the Merethic era, I believe. My lord visited with Korthor a very, very, very long time ago. Really? What do they teach mortals these days? It's an heirloom. My lord is quite fond of it. Has a bit of magic around it too, I think. I don't know. I don't question Lord Sheogorath. The fork excites and synergizes magicka around it. When held in the hand of someone more notable than yourself, it can produce dramatic results. In your hand, it might be suitable for conveying roast beef to your mouth.
You'll never forget that smell. A dragon priest's tomb. Look at the treasures he's collected. Perhaps the fork is here as well. That chest. Perhaps the fork is in there.
still from me. Crit bot a crin.
Ah, Corridor's away.
My priest will make quick work of you. Laft di Nuki.
The shadows move, Adept. Watch yourself. Eyes to the sky. Another group.
Scatter! Worthless. No matter. Come, face me yourselves.
There. The ice barrier's down. We can get through.
Ah, the fork is mine. You shall not have it, dear new. Strike now!
Dumb mortal. Let's not waste time, shall we? I see you have the fork. Competently done. Impressive, even. Now, for the staff. When last we spoke, my lord recalled the discomfort of desert sand. I believe it lies somewhere within Hammerfell, in the dry and decayed hands of Prince Malio. Prince Malio Alakir, the Sith of Yokuda, a formidable warrior in his day. That was over 1,000 years ago, but still.
As I expected. Another resting place for the dead. Sheogorath has a sick sense of humor. This is the Necropolis Asakula, the resting place of Prince Malio, also known as the Scythe of Yakuda. The prince's underlings were clever. They crafted magical seals to guard his resting place. Observe the Yakudan statues. Each bears a crystal in the helm and a seal at the base. The essences you see swirling around in the air here, their energy can be used to unlock those keystones. Here, I can grant an aura that will allow you to capture the essences as they pass through you. Collect as many of the small ones as you can. They should unlock these scarab seals on the statues nearby. I'll need to consider the other two. This place is incredible. The ancient Red Guards were a noble and accomplished people. What can I tell you, Adept? Alakir is under attack. A necromantic cult has disrupted the normal ebb and flow of life and death. The dead that once served Malio are now away into his tomb. You need only to be near them to collect them. My spell will keep the essence tied to you until you're ready to deposit it within the statue. Just remember, you'll only be able to collect 4 at a time. What sort of Archmage would I be if I didn't? I spent my mortal life seeking knowledge of all things, not just magic. Yokudan, or as you know them, Redguard, culture is no exception. If Valast was here, I'm sure she could tell you the same. Beneath the statues lie buried the dead of Prince Malio's armies. Their essences have bubbled up from beneath the sands, released by the dangers threatening Alakir today. Just so, Adept. The lesser essences you see before you will empower the statues with the orange and green crystals. The statues near the entrance to this complex. I need to consider how we'll empower those 2 rear statues. Have the essences. Imbue them into one of the scarab seals.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Good. Now to collect 4 more. Final 4. Imbue them into the other seal.
You'll never best my generals.
For such a superstitious, mage-hating people, this place is a work of art. Have you observed the sand barriers on those passages in the canyon walls? I suspect the prince's generals may be waiting within. Their essences would no doubt be more than enough to activate the other 2 statues. Very simple, Adept. The seals at the bases of those statues show a scorpion and a spider. Those were the spirit totems claimed by Malio's chief generals, Sadina and Rashomta.
My life for Malio.
Rashomta's statue will be marked with the spider seal.
A lucky feat, mortal. The staff is still mine.
never reach Malio.
Sedina's statue should have the scorpion seal at its base. The crystals hum with power. Go to the center. You should find the key to Prince Malio's tomb there.
You dare open my tomb? Come then, and feel the scythe's blade! Insect! You will never hold the staff! Never! The staff is mine!
I'd guess Haskell will be waiting outside. Let's go.
Another successful retrieval, I see. Very well, then. I've instructions to have you return to the Isles. My lord would have a word with you. Ah, right on time. Welcome back.
Look, Haskell! Farkey's back! Oh, it's so nice to see him again! Oh, good to see you too, mortal, I guess. Wonderful! I'll just take... Forky. Oh, I miss you so much, Forky. Let's never be parted again. Oh, gives me goosebumps just to hold him in me hand again. Ah, the Wabbajack. Malio held it down in that dusty tomb for so long. Say, why don't you clear its throat? Take it in hand and use it on some of these holier-than-thou temple types. Ah, no need to worry, you pretty mortal head. The Wabbajack, it unleashes the potential in everyone. The unrecognized essence of artistic beauty that swells and beats within the... Look, you want the book? Whack some folks with the Wabbajack! bit rusty, but not bad. So funny watching you mortals muck around with things you can't possibly understand. I'll be needing that back now. And as promised, the book. Well, go ahead. Take it. Once it's yours, it'll send you straight back to Tamriel. Funny how books have a way of transporting you. No? Oh. Simply hold your breath, close your eyes, and count to, let's say, 1,000,000.
Ah, you've returned. Do you have the second book? Excellent. The Circus of Cheerful Slaughter? That's quite a title. I'll begin my research immediately. Can't wait to get to it.
Can you believe we have to register
I heard
to
the Morborn
enter the
have spies.
city?
I don't remember the last time things were this hectic.
The Ordinators must be vigilant in our pursuit of preserving the peace for the Tribunal. Sadly, we can't be everywhere at once. And so, Magistrix Vox grows bolder every day. So the rumors are true. Do Mark take the Morborn and the trouble they've caused? We won't let the Gorge fall again.
Did you get it? Did your invitation arrive?
Rub it in, why don't you? If you must know, Shadowstula has rejected me. Again.
Nonsense. I'm sure it's just a clerical error. You'll be in the Academy next season for sure.
Must I repeat myself? This vessel is only for those who have been invited to attend the Shadowstula Academy of Magic. Yes, yes, you're something special. Come aboard and prepare yourself to enter a realm of wondrous magic and magical wonders. Now sit down and hold on, Your Majesty.
I hate boats. All the rocking and back and forth and back and... By the 3, I think I'm going to be sick again.
I told you you shouldn't have eaten right before we... Oh my, that's just gross.
Our friend looks more blue than usual.
I hate you both so much right now.
Welcome to Shadowstula. I maintain the school's collection of manuscripts and books. Maybe, but I've seen it all. I don't think anything could surprise me anymore. Let me take a look.
Oh, my. Do you know what this is? It's an original edition of The Art of Love and Swordplay of the Nord poet Fjoki. It details in epic balladry the carnal exploits and adventurous deeds of the warrior poet Fjoki. The author claims the work is a true history, but many of the exploits it recounts are, well, highly unlikely. Fjoki was a bard of exceptional imagination but decidedly limited skill. According to his epic stanzas, he never met a creature he couldn't make love to or kill. Or both. No, it's lurid trash and common as guar. But I admit I've had a weakness for Fjoki since my youth. What do you want for it? Dozens of works describe individual aspects, but nothing really encompasses that vast and labyrinthine subject. Try this one, the Dapper Dunmer. It's all yours.
Another distraction.
Welcome to Shadastula, proud training ground for the next generation of House and Pact leaders. May I see your invitation? Ah, yes. The Archmage asked me to expect you. He's been waiting for you to arrive. No need to be worried. The Archmage has visions about people all the time. It's one of his many, many gifts. Please, report to Archmage Verlaine right away. My pleasure. The Academy trains promising magic users to become great scholars, charismatic leaders, and mighty heroes. It's sponsored by the Great Houses, and this is the first season that we're accepting candidates from all Pact nations. What a silly question, of course not. The Mages Guild has too many ties to the enemy alliances. The Academy is strictly a training ground for future leaders of the Ebonheart Pact.
I expect my students to strive for excellence. I demand brilliance, determination, and eagerness to embrace the ineffable mysteries of our noble calling. Do not doubt what was meant to be. Powers beyond our comprehension set things in motion, and all we can do is take the ride. I saw you in my visions. You have come to protect the Academy. That part of the vision remains clouded. Nonetheless, here you are, and we must get ready. I need to confirm your sensitivity to magic. The lights in the next chamber form a test of sorts. Only the most sensitive individuals can see them. Touch the vision orb behind me. Watch the pattern play out. Simply repeat the order by touching each of the spheres. If you make a mistake, you may start over. As I suspected, your sensitivity is impressive. You could see the pattern. Now I know you can help us against the coming danger. I knew you could do it. Well done. Now to business. Something threatens this academy, but your presence here will save the day. I have seen it in a vision. You've seen it. War and disease ravage our lands. We're surrounded by enemies, yet still we tear at each other's throats. Our students will help change that. And you will keep them safe so they can fulfill their destiny. We will figure that out together. Though the invitation didn't start out in your hands, that's where it ended up. You were meant to be here. A great danger approaches this academy, and you will save us from this disaster. I have foreseen it. Now I must find a way to comprehend what monumental task you've been sent here to accomplish. Until my visions reveal your ultimate destiny, I have a favor to ask. It may seem trivial, but I assure you it's important. 3 students arrived with you. The Dunmeri Lena and Tedris, and the Nord, Hadmar. It is your solemn duty to make sure they pass their initiation tests. Before you arrived, my visions revealed those 3 to me. They are to play an important part in future events directly related to the success of the Pact. Help them. They must pass their tests and complete their training.
Members of all the great houses are welcome here, even House Dres, provided you receive an invitation, of course.
What rubbish! Fish magic from a pond? They vex buttocks. What does that even mean? I'm not helpless, you know. I can do this. Ugh, never mind, I give up. I'm not getting sent home over some stupid fish that doesn't exist. You want to help? Fine. Well, you can either fill this pond with fish so I can actually catch one, or figure out what these orbs do. They gave me a book, but it just contained some stupid riddle, and threw it on that table over there. What am I, a child? I'm going to be a commander in a house army, or maybe an advisor to the Pact leaders. They should have just given me a spell I could cast.
What?
By the 3, what's happening? What is that thing? did it!
Progress is slow but steady.
Find the amulet, she said. Use the wand, she said. What if it sets things on fire? I could burn the whole academy to the ground. Oh, you know I'd never burn anything, right? It's just a figure of speech. I can't fail my initiation test. I couldn't face being sent home. An instructor said one of these shadow clerks has a magic amulet. Ate it, probably. I'm supposed to use this wand to focus my magic on the clucks and find the amulet. Actually, I'm afraid to find out. You don't seem at all timid. Would you do it? Please find the amulet. I can't fail this test. All those feathers flying. Mother Morrowind. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. Don't worry about it. It was hilarious. I'll take the amulet to the instructor right away. I owe you one.
What do you want? Let me tell you about the Academy grounds. Pay attention. There will be a test.
Asked me to do one simple thing. Bring student rats back to instruction hall. But Hadmar can't do anything right. My spell went wrong. The instructor said to round up the little ones, bring them back safe, and we'll get them fixed. But, well, one got away and climbed on top of that big rock. Oh, Hadmar is so ashamed. Hadmar is scared of heights. Oh, why did Little Rat climb so high? I crafted a totem. Makes a helper fly up to get Rat, but no one wants to be Hadmar's helper. You would be helper? Oh, thank you. Face big rock in front of Hadmar, activate totem, then climb and grab nice little rat. But be careful. If you point the wrong way, you'll fly someplace wrong. Is little friend safe? Oh, little rat is safe. Now Hadmar won't get beaten with rakes. Like at home. Good, good, good. I'll take little friends back to get fixed up right away. there you are. I feared you'd been kidnapped by forces from beyond. So I heard. Well done. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. But don't get too comfortable. Matters of grave urgency loom on the horizon. While you assisted my students, I had another vision. I see that your fate is fundamentally tied to the Chaosbringer, Magistrix Vox. However, alas, I've seen nothing beyond the Chaosbringer's name. Something interferes with my forevision, blocking my efforts at every turn. I suspect we are opposed by mighty forces beyond mortal ken. We must take appropriate measures. I'll gather the students and make sure the grounds are secure. I'd like you to use the trapdoor to investigate the library vaults. I haven't heard from the librarian, and that fills me with nameless apprehension.
Ah, Verlaine. You walked right into my trap. Another student. Another new Malborn soldier.
Oh good, you're finally awake. You were unconscious for hours. At least it seemed like hours. How do you feel? I was worried about you. Shadowstula's been overrun. The last of the Malborn from the looks of it. They must need more soldiers. And they're getting them. They cast some kind of spell to enslave the students. That's what it looks like. That spell didn't work on us. Don't know why. We carried out the Archmage's orders, but then the Malborn caught us and threw us in here with you. When the trouble started, he gave us some arcane items and told us to find places to hide them. Then he went off on some mission of his own. I'm glad you're awake. Can you get us out of here? Whatever you plan on doing, you have my full support. Just know that.
This is terrible. The Academy's in danger. The Archmage is missing, and I'm locked in here with you. The Malborn General himself. One of the senior students recognized him. Said he was Darvason. Used to be the Archmage's assistant. Who knows? He muttered something about looking for Hadmar and a familiar. What do you think the Malborn want us for? I was afraid to. There are guards out there. Maybe you could check it, discreetly.
Ah! Leave me alone! Don't hurt me!
What was that?
Back away from gate. Coming through.
This must be the familiar the Archmage told us about.
Said to rescue you. Master sent me to make sure you're safe. You smell all right. Look funny though. I open portal and we go find Big Lord. Name Hatmir or Hatmead. I forget. Mortals have their names. No matter. Come, come. We go now. Big Nord hides in building next to where we appear. They stay here. Master says he doesn't want them to be.
Spread out!
Hadmar's glad to see you. Archmage said you'd be here soon, and here you are. Hadmar isn't sure. One moment I was walking to instruction hall, next moment, boom! Hadmar knocked on backside. Woke up in here with Archmage standing over me. He said, wait for you to show up. I waited, and you showed up. Yes, he told me to set up my totem near Big Rock outside. Lena hid her lockbox high up on top of rock. Lockbox is very important. We must find lockbox and bring it to Lena. Just outside, you use totem to reach the lockbox while Hadmar stays on ground. Then we'll find Lena.
I try not to be superstitious. That brings bad luck.
Wait, where am I? Why are we up so high? That blasted Banekin. It could have warned me. The lockbox, right. The Archmage tinkered with my wand and told me to hide it up here. That was just before Darvason tossed me in that cell. I still can't believe the Archmage's old assistant is the Molborn General. He said we'd need the wand, but he didn't say why. Wait, I know. The Molborn have occupied the library vaults and sealed the door. And what makes the best spell of unlocking? Burnt scamp hide and illusion dust, of course. You can use my wand to scorch the scamps. And illusion dust is the residue of illusory monsters. With enough of each, we can prepare a spell to get us through to Darvason. We'll need Tedris, though. That spell is his specialty.
Let's wreak something.
Fan out!
About time you summoned me. I thought you'd leave me sitting in that cell forever. You heard correctly. If I had the right ingredients, that is. But getting them will be tricky, considering the Moorborn occupy the Academy. Illusion, dust, and burnt scamp hide. Perfect. Just give me a moment and... there we go. I'll wait up here. You know, to keep your escape route clear. Now, go find the Archmage and put an end to that Darvason.
Spread out!
Elaine said you would come. Now you die, and I leave with my new army.
Hurry! You must destroy the jagged lens!
Set me free!
You're awake. Oh, I was so worried. I'm so glad you're all right. You shattered the jagged lens and broke the spell. The few Molburn who were left were totally outnumbered and they ran for it. The Archmage had us bring you up here. I've been watching over you. You know, as a friend. Safe as gore apple pie, thanks to you. And you weren't even supposed to be here. I heard how you got your invitation. And now we're all alive because you broke the rules. I'll have to think about that. Don't give me that look. I was worried about you, that's all. Oh, and before I forget, the Archmage wants to speak to you. He's right outside.
Good to see you up and around. I knew you'd be fine, but Lena wouldn't leave your side. You gave her a good scare. Yes, though we lost a few students and instructors in the fight. The fact that the lens was buried below the library vaults was one of our greatest secrets. Darvason used that knowledge to aid the Maulborn. Quite so. They're running out of loyal troops. When Darvason told them about the lens, they saw it as the solution to all their problems. If Darvason could turn our students into soldier slaves, the Maulborn would be back in business. For you, here, yes. But I don't need a vision to know that you still have unfinished business out there. Anyway, I'd like to thank you. And there's one more thing. The students you helped want to speak to you. They're waiting at the docks. I think they want to say goodbye. Unfortunately, yes. That's how he knew about the jagged lens. In fact, I found him experimenting on a student with the lens when I relieved him of his duties. He was furious when I expelled him from the academy. It was a relic from the migration from Somerset, still in its original site in the underground temple. Tamper with it? Remove it? Unthinkable! Still, don't feel bad that you destroyed it. You did what had to be done.
I wasn't going to let you go away without saying goodbye. I know, you have things to do. Important things. We just heard about everything you did before you arrived here. But we didn't want you to forget us. We wanted to give you something. It's not much, but maybe it will help you remember the Academy. Now, where did I put it? Don't be silly. Ah, here it is. Take my wand. It works better for you anyway. Remember me when you use it.
This work never ends.
No screeching. My head. Where am I? No pants? Oh, let me think. I was escorting a witch to Narcissus. She got frisky, but I'm a married man. After that, my memories get hazy. I think she cast a spell on me and took a valuable axe. It's been in my wife's family for generations. My wife will kill me if I lost her axe. Oh, my head. Hey, you could find that screeching witch and get the axe back. I think we had a small camp nearby. I'll catch up to you after my head stops hurting. If I come back without that axe, Vigna will never forgive me. And her mother, she'll give me that look. The one that says her daughter married a fool. Well, Norgrid Hardhelm is no fool. A witch cast a spell. That's the only explanation for why that axe left my hands.
What do you want? Of course not. Let me guess. You met my drunken fool of a husband, Norgred. I'm sure he was remorseful, hungover, and making up stories. He lost the axe of Halmer's Stormhand and tried to blame a witch? What he did was drink too much last night. He was bellowing about witches and plague husks when I came back with my herbs. Then he ran off half-dressed, waving the axe and yelling incoherently. I'd be grateful if you found it too. Norgred probably dropped it near that house by the water where the plague husks have gathered. It's not that far, just down the hill. Maybe you'll find his pants there while you're at it.
I am so doomed. My wife? What about the witch? Oh, gods. I need to get that axe back. I think I remember fighting those husks. But thanks for finding the axe of Halmer Stormhand. I don't like it when Edvigna gets upset. She gets very loud. These don't look like my pants, but thank you for finding the axe. I wish I could find that witch and teach her not to tangle with Norgred Hardhelm.
There's my brave, pantsless warrior. Do you remember anything from last night?
There you are, my sweet. Briar Heart. I battled a witch last night.
Was she frightened off by your nakedness? Put some pants on, you sot!
Things are in some disarray here at the monastery. Did you need something important? I don't know what to tell you, stranger. Have you seen what's happening here? Did you bring arms and armor, or maybe some kindle pitch? We could use some Nord war supplies right about now. That's an animal heart, like from an ox. What am I supposed to do with a dried ox heart? Patience, patience. I suppose you want something in exchange for this. The three have taught us. Fulfill your rights and duties. Here, take this loaf of stale bread. Tell them it's the holy loaf of... oh, I don't know. Make something up. Exaggerate. Nords like that.
The destruction. The loss of life. This slaughter was totally unnecessary. The Variansu. Heathen Ashlanders attacked Muth-Nar. This is a place of healing and refuge. We're a simple order, using the tear of St. Veloth to help those afflicted by the Lodos Plague. They killed monks and afflicted alike without mercy. I gathered as many survivors as I could, but not everyone got out. Those monsters, the Variansu, are tossing captives into the burning buildings. Our leader, Dolril Belvane, rushed back in to search for survivors and try to protect the Tear of St. Veloth. He needs help. I'm worried about Dolril Belvane. Without his spiritual guidance in this time of tragedy, I fear our order will crumble. Still, he insists we must have the Tear of St. Veloth, and he could not bear to stand away while others suffer, so he remains in Muth-Nar. Veloth shed the tear after he led the Chimer from Somerset to Morrowind. The artifact has the power to heal sicknesses. We haven't been able to cure the Lodos Plague, but the tear can slow the speed at which the plague ravages the afflicted. I don't know. They revere Veloth, call him the Prophet. They hate this plague and probably want the relic for themselves. But they disrupted our work, and now the plague husks are everywhere. Violent, unthinking monsters. Without our constant prayers to direct the power of the tear, many of the afflicted were suddenly overwhelmed by the plague, and they transformed into those creatures. All the time, if you must know. Doril is unique. For the leader of a pacifist order of healers, Doril craves action. He can't help himself. He's attracted to trouble. And he always wants to do good. It's very confusing for the rest of us.
Quiet, or they'll notice us. I was trying to figure out how to sneak past all these Ashlanders so I could burn their supplies. They killed our father, and me and my brothers vowed revenge. It's just a foolish dream. I'm about as stealthy as a herd of guar. That I do. I would really like to see their supplies burn. Are you someone who could get in and out without getting killed? I can even give you a torch. If you do it, meet me and my brothers on the road north of Muthnar.
Anyone who has I see cunning in your eyes, and smell blood on your weapon. But if you're a very Ansu, I'm a bloated netch. What brings you to Muthnar? Hila Senar worries too much. I never ran from a battle in my life, and I ain't about to start now. The very Ansu, bah! They fear the low-dose plague. Their solution is to capture our monks and the afflicted alike and toss them in the fire. I won't stand for it. I traded my sword for a monk's robe, but I'm no coward. That's the spirit. If it's quiet to the east, run west, I always say. Just watch out for the plague husks, and rescue who you can. I'll take this poor soul and deliver her to Hila Senar. Come, child. Let's get you to safety.
What a horrible fate to befall these people. I know that. But Doral isn't the only one who won't abandon the afflicted. I can't just leave. Someone has to collect the medallions of the fallen. The medallions focus the power of the tear of Saint Veloth. Wear one, and the effects of the plague are slowed. When the Ashlanders attacked, the medallions were scattered. We have so few of them. They won't do anyone any good on these husks. Oh, thank you. If you succeed, bring the medallions to me, north of Muthna.
Father, oh Father, why did this happen to you?
Then we are avenged. Our father is still dead, but at least the ones responsible for his death paid a price. Why don't I feel any better?
Thank you for saving me. I knew Doral would send help.
Thank the Tribunal. It was getting so hot in here.
To the side!
Praise Vivek. Did Doril send you?
Thank the Tribunal. It was getting so hot in here.
Spread out!
Praise Vivek.
Thank the
Did
Tribunal
Doril send
find
you?
I need your help. They captured Doril Belvane. They tied him up and threw him into a burning building, and they continue to fan the flames. They consider our work to be blasphemous, and fire is their solution to everything. Please, you must save Doril. I'm leaving before something bad happens to me too.
It's about time you showed up. I was beginning to get a bit charred round the edges. Fire. It's the Veriansu's answer to everything. To them, it purifies plague victims and blasphemers alike. Those Kwama droppings. I tried to circle around a pack of plague husks and ran right into an Ashlander patrol. We can't go, not yet. The Veriansu believe we defiled the Tear of St. Veloth. They plan to destroy it. We have to get to the monastery and save the Tear. If they destroy it, we're all lost. The Tear is kept below in the basement. Let's go get it. Gods, I haven't been hit like that since the war. Witch must have put a hex on the Tear. Did you see that? Threw me clear across the room. By Veloth's hammer, that's the best news I've heard all day. Listen, the Veriansu are never going to leave us be, not while their leader's still alive. I know that sounds terrible, but it's true. Yes, Ashkan Ginasa leads these Ashlanders. Go to the Veriansu camp and kill him. Cut off the head of the snake, and the body dies. Then they won't threaten the Tear of St. Veloth ever again. Meet me on the North Road when you finish.
An invader in our camp? You'll die for this.
Did you recover any medallions? I hope so. I don't know what I was thinking. That I could just go out there and find them all by myself. Thank you. Once the relic is safe and the Ashlanders are gone, we'll be able to resume our work. I may not be brave, but if I can help my order treat the afflicted, I will.
Is it done? I put the tear of St. Veloth in a safe place. Now maybe the Ashlanders will leave us alone. By the three. Let's hope the very Ansu go home now. I just pray I haven't made things worse. I left the army to get the blood off my hands, but look how that turned out. You killed him, but I let the arrow fly. Still, you have my thanks.
How long can I last like this?
My sister sneaks off into the ruins, and I wind up getting hurt. How tip... Stranger, stranger, stranger! I require your immediate assistance. It's not important. My sister Kirith went into that Dwemer ruin, but she forgot to take my new control rod. I built it to deal with the spider constructs that infest the place. She may not believe me, but she needs that rod. Precisely. I do it myself, but one of those fetchers stabbed me when I tried to go after her. Besides, I forgot to take the control rod and had to come back for it anyway. Here. My sister has a knack for attracting trouble. I'm starting to get worried. We're dungeon delvers, intrepid explorers, just like you. Kirith handles the manual labor, while I'm the genius. Together we make a good team. We may be young, but we have a great many talents at our disposal. If you must know, this is our first real expedition. We need to find something to prove our worth to the Academy. Then, the Archmage will have to accept our applications. The Academy of Shadastula, of course. My sister and I, we don't come from a wealthy family. We need to find something of magical or historical significance to impress the Archmage so he'll let us study there. Something old, something powerful, something that will impress even the jaded Archmage of the Academy. All of the greatest Dunmer leaders attended the Academy, and it would be unfair to the world to deny me my place among them.
About time you got here. I've been dodging spiders for what seems like forever. Wait, you're not Raynor. Did he? I bet he got hurt fooling around with the spider constructs. How typical. Listen, this ruin is a two-person job. I need someone to cause a diversion so I can sneak into the next chamber. Could you test that control rod on the spiders inside? How should I know? Raynor built it. He calls it a control rod. I bet it controls the constructs. Use it to capture one of those spider things. It might take a few attempts, though. Raynor's devices don't always work exactly as he designed them. That's the spirit. Now, go create a diversion. What took you so long? And who's your sparky new friend? You mean my brother's invention actually worked? I wonder if it would work on the big spiders. Probably not. Just a legend. I'm almost positive. Anyway, there's something important here. I can feel it. Something the Archmage won't be able to ignore. Look around. I had a quick peek at the machinery in here while I was waiting for you. I think this entire chamber is some sort of complex dwarven device. I've no idea. It might open that big door over there, or it might unleash a giant walking teapot with razors for arms. There's only one way to find out, right? I'm not sure. Its emitter thing is broken. I could fix it if I had some spare parts. Maybe we could get your sparky little friend to help us. Oh, don't be such a baby. You sound like my brother. Anyway, its emitter thing is broken. If I had some spare parts... maybe we can get your sparky little friend to help us. Dwarven constructs scavenge parts to repair themselves. They're designed to remove delicate mechanisms from disabled constructs to reuse elsewhere. No, not you. Your spider. You just ruined the parts prying them out. Go beat some spiders into submission, then have your sparky friend collect their parts. I'll wait for you by the emitter at the other end of the chamber. Good timing. I think I almost have this contraption figured out. Did you get the parts? So Raynor's control rod actually works? Do you believe it? Let's see those parts. I think I know how to fix this thing. Now stand back and give me a moment. Turn this, tighten that, and finished. That should do it. Should we see what this thing does? By Vivek! This is incredible! Some kind of elaborate dwarven device, obviously. See the crystal prisms set up around the chamber? This emitter fires a beam that reflects off the prisms and then does something. Oh, this is so exciting! Maybe. The prisms might be out of alignment. I think we need to direct the beam of light to a specific point. Adjust the prisms until something happens while I work on the emitter some more. Raynor showed up right after you went inside. We heard scary noises from behind the door. What was in there? A giant spider. I knew it. Can I see what else you found? This could be just what we need. I bet this gets me and Raynor into the academy. Here's something we found near the ruin. Please take it for helping us. You know, you're not bad to have around. Feel free to come dungeon delving with us whenever you want.
Alright, I do believe I'm just gonna go ahead and call it here. In the next episode, we'll do a few more of the miscellaneous quests around, and we'll see where it takes us. Alright, until next time.